That was.
Shh. Here we go. Jasmine, all you.
Alright, so imagine that we were going to go on a field trip, and this is all with Mr. Gross, so he was like budgeting it, so it's out of his own pocket. So
Yeah, that's right. Imagine it.
So we decided to take like the shorter buses because it's like better on gas mileage. And okay, so we're all like crowded in there, and it takes like say a couple hours, so we're all uncomfortable and sweaty and irritated. And we thought we were going to a mall, but then we like find out that Mr. Gross is a very sick man, and he takes us to a slaughterhouse. As soon as we get off the slaughterhouse or the bus, we like get shackled, and we get skinned, and we get cut up. And then later on, Mr. Gross has a barbecue, and he takes our meat and stuff that he just got, and he grills it in a barbecue on the grill. And then he has all of his teacher friends come over, and they put us between two hamburger buns, and they eat us. Like, nothing's wrong with that. Like, there's no morally anything wrong with that. So, yeah, no more. Chickens are probably one of the most abused animals out of all of them. There's some vegetarians who say, like, they don't eat any meat except chicken, which doesn't make any sense to me. It's total bull. They have like steroids that don't allow them to walk. Like as you can see here, they just fall over. Like they can't walk at all. That chicken actually is basically it can't walk, so it can't get to food, so it's going to starve to death. There's chickens, if you want to pause that for a second. There's chickens that die, and they just lay underneath all the chicken. Like there's like, you can't really see it's blurry, but there's like chickens all in here that are just dead and just laying there, and the other chickens are walking all over them. But they will still, some of the dead chickens, if they haven't been dead for very long, they'll still take the meat and they'll use it for your guys' chicken wings, KFC. Go to 106, please. This farmer is actually taking some of the chickens to kill them. He will take a metal bar and just bash them on the head until they die. When they're getting transported to slaughterhouses, they will get thrown in these crates that carry about 2 or 3 chickens at a time. They put about 7 to 10 chickens in there at a time. It takes them a couple weeks or a couple days to get there to the slaughterhouses, and they don't have food or water the whole entire time. They're actually shackled at their ankles, and their throats are slit. Can you pause it? Their throats are slit. The ones that don't die from blood loss, the humans actually take their heads and rip them off or clip them off. Just no numbing, they're totally conscious this whole time. And also, they will tend to attack each other because they're so like irritated with each other. They tend to attack each other, and so the farmer, like the factory farmer people, will take their beaks and just take them like a metal blade and just cut their beaks off. Their beaks, you think that they don't have any nerves, but they're just like ripping our fingernails off, basically. Go to, just keep playing. Yeah. These chickens are like in cages, and they're just all packed together. They can hardly move at all. And that's the cool stuff. Next are the cows. They just keep playing. When the cows are there, they actually guys, if you can tell what that is.
Ooh.
No numbing, fully conscious. Thing. Also, after that, they get their horns clipped off. And without any numbing and fully conscious, branded repetitively. A lot of the cows tend to have cancer and have pus-filled wounds that are never treated ever, but they're still used for our meats. If you'll pause it. These also get with steroids. If you go to 349, they also get put with steroids and like growth hormones, which often causes a lot of mutations in their legs. can see there. Don't play it. I mean, you guys can. Rotation and legs. Go to 411, please. That's it. Okay, so as you can see here, this is a cow, and it's unable to walk because its legs are so weak because of all the growth hormones. You can't see it this blurry, but there's chains and ropes right here, and they're actually just getting pulled off the transportation trucks. These will still be used for your meat. It'll still be used for the hamburger, the beef, the steak, and even though it can't even walk itself or feed itself, it's still going to get used. A good thing, I guess, that you can say, if you want to think about it in a positive way, they won't let any of the animal go to waste because they just won't. So they'll skin the cows and they'll take the bones and they crush it all up, and then there's like a white film on top, and that's where you get your gelatin. Which gelatin is like in sour cream, it's in some ice creams, it's in marshmallows, Jello, stuff like that. You would never think of that.
Tons of dog foods.
Lastly are the pigs. Baby pigs, they get their ears. Okay, they get their ears and their tops of their teeth, their tails and their testicles all clipped off, fully conscious, no numbing or anything. The pigs that are enabled for meat or for some reason, when they want to kill them, you can't really tell what they're doing here. They're literally taking them by their ankles and they're just slamming their heads on the ground until they die of brain trauma. 7.5. Yeah. This one, if you pause it real quick. Let me just look at that. This one is so weak and starving because its legs are too weak to carry him to food, but there's a little bit of meat on it still, so they're still going to use this for your guys' like bacon and stuff like that. Another way of killing the animals, they tend to take like electric rods or like tasers and tase them to the brain until they die of electricity. Okay, go to 9:15. To get the hair, because some pigs have hair on them, a little bit of hair. To get that off, okay, they put them in scalding water, alive, fully conscious, and then that's how they kill the chicken and the pigs. Oh, yeah, no, don't play this one. Just close out that. Okay, that's actually will show the blood loss and the slitting of the throats by the pigs that they do. Yeah, like with everything that, just like, yeah. With everything I just showed you, if you're not like gagging in your mouth already, but like you make a choice every time you sit down to eat, and like I just, make a choice that won't kill hundreds of thousands or torture anybody. Choose vegetarian.
Okie doke, okie doke.